Hi guys, welcome back to A Creatively Crafted Life. My name is Melanie, and today we are going to start on organizing this particular drawer, which has all my embossing powders. Pretty much, I think that's all that's in here is embossing powders. So I keep my most commonly used embossing powders or ones that were in a container I didn't like in these little Systema containers with a little spoon. And well, I love the Alex drawer units. What I hate about them is that they go quite, I don't know if you can see, they can go quite far back, and it's really hard to access things back that way. So I do have a couple of wood blocks back here. Not ideal. So maybe I can find a tray or a container to act as a stopper instead. I would like to get all of these into some sort of container. Not sure if I want to keep that one. We'll just have to see how everything plays out and gets configured. I have a bunch of these plastic containers. I'm hoping that something will work. If it doesn't work to my satisfaction, then I'm going to have to come up with some sort of custom storage, but I'm hoping it'll work. So let me get everything moved over onto the desk and we'll go from there. So these were Doodlebug flocking powders, and let's see if they will fit in this container. I'm hoping so. I like to containerize everything just because I find that it's easier to pull out of the drawers and bring it to my desk or table and use it and then put it back, and relatively easy. So that is perfect, but I have 3 extras. Go figure. Go figure. Let me just check to see if they will still work with them laying on top. The drawer still closes, so I think that's what we're going to do. If I have space in another container, I can always move those into that. Okay. What else do we got here? I find that when I'm organizing small items like this, the best way or the most efficient way to do it is to group like size products together rather than by color, because you're going to have a whole hodgepodge and then it just wastes space. So let's see if we can do that. I think these are the same. These tall ones. And I think those are the same. No, I don't know. I don't know if these Ranger ones, yeah, they're about the same as that. Okay. And then we got the Distress ones. Let's move that out of the way. Distress. It's another size. This goes here. That's just that. These are narrower, but they are the same base. Those are Stampin' Up! Ones. Let's just move that down. Now, the other thing that I may want to consider, because these are all basically embossing powders, right? But I do have sparkle, and this is a sparkle. I think these are all sparkle, which to me I do use in a different manner, so it might warrant having those in their own container. What else do I have that's sparkle? And I think the rest of these are regular. Okay, so now I'm just going to play a little bit of puzzling here and trying to figure out what works best, and I will come back and show you how this configured out. Okay, so I think this is the best configuration for what I currently have. These are more like solid colors. These are mixes and whites. These are all glitters, and these are all metallics and glazes. So just a couple of things when you are organizing. Don't be afraid to switch the way they lay. So these Ranger bottles, or actually, I think these are Ranger. Yeah, these Ranger bottles have a wider lid, so by switching them on opposite sides, I can actually get them to align a little bit better. I often will like to tip my containers upside down so I can see the color, but in this case they actually have a smaller base on the bottom than with the lid, so they fit better face up, and I can see through them because they're clear lids anyways, so that just works really well. Here's a case where I have flipped them upside down so that I can see the colors. Some of these I do have up, and I will probably put like a sample on them so that you can see the color easily, just like I've done here with the glaze embossing powders. Okay, so now let's just get these moved over into the drawer. Okay, so here is everything all configured. A couple things to note. I actually rotated these the other way because it filled in this space perfectly. I am too short. I will just purchase another 2 of these. I've heard they have similar containers like these at the Dollar Tree, so I might just go and see if I can find them. If nothing else, I can use one for that flower stuff that I have up here, and you know, I'm sure I will find a purpose for them. I did add a second of the square containers just so that this configuration filled out. And then I put a larger one back here just to act as a stop so that these would move behind. And like I said, basically what I can do now is if I want to use my mixes, I can just pull the whole tray out, bring it back to my desk, and then pop it back in here and go from there. So I am super happy with this configuration. Obviously, I've got a little bit of room to spare. Does putting them in containers take up more space? Yes. If you go back to the beginning of the video and see when I had it loose, there clearly was way more space. But I think this is more functional, and that's more important to me at this point. Besides, I still have room, so it's not like I'm at capacity. Nothing purging from here or decluttering, like everything that I have. And so we're going to call this one done. Thanks so much for joining me. Let me know below what organization project you are tackling. And until next time, happy organizing.